Welcome back to Transform Your Space for Baby. This is the first lecture of the first module. The first module is all about the baby's room. The first part focuses on the special baby gear for the room that are necessary to ensure a safe and happy babyhood. You're probably wondering what gears new parents should purchase. There is a booming baby market trying to hawk everything to new parents, anxious to get it just right. In every segment of the market, there are things that are absolutely necessary and other things that never get used at all. Not only do you end up spending money better saved for other expenses, you're stuck with gear that you can't even give away for free. And clutter is a huge problem for parents. Preempt clutter by not buying things you don't need. In terms of the baby's room, the only baby-specific gear you need are the crib and changing station, so we will be discussing these in the rest of the video. It's nice to have a glider when you're nursing the baby, although mine wore out its welcome a year into the baby's life. I didn't mind since I got mine used from a friend. So this might be a good thing to get on Craigslist, which is generally a great place to find baby gear since parents are dying to get rid of things they no longer need. If you don't want a glider at all, a comfy armchair is a great option for nursing in the early years and then for reading books together later on. A bassinet is another nice to have item, but it's only useful for the first few months. I ended up just using the bassinet setting on the stroller for the first few months of my baby's life. It was convenient because I could easily roll my baby from one location to the next without waking her. Make sure to put the brakes on the stroller if you do likewise. As soon as she was big enough to sleep in a crib in her own room, at about 3 months, she was done with the bassinet and the stroller became just a stroller. There were a variety of accessories that are useful. I found the white noise machine, for example, to be hugely helpful since my baby's room was in a noisy part of the house. Depending on your environment, you'll find these items useful or not. So let's talk about the crib. This is by far the most important baby gear to get. Your baby will spend the majority of 24 hours sleeping, and much of that time will be sleeping in the crib where you can't really keep an eye on her. Therefore, the safety of the crib is of paramount importance. With that in mind, I recommend repeating the KISS mantra to yourself when shopping for a crib. Keep it simple and standard. Cribs come in a variety of shapes, styles, and price points. And although it might be tempting to buy the unique oval-shaped Scandinavian model or the ornate antique piece with intricate wood carving, don't do it. It's hard to find sheets for unusually shaped cribs and mattresses, and a bigger sheet made to fit such a mattress can pose suffocation risks for the baby. Intricate woodwork can catch a baby's clothes, resulting in accidents. Therefore, a simple and standard crib works best to ensure your baby's safety. If you buy a new crib from a reputable baby products retailer, it most likely complies with the safety standards issued by the government in 2011. If you buy a used crib, it is up to you to make sure that it is as safe as it needs to be. It should feel sturdy and stable with no drop-down rail, and it should have all the screws and parts it came with originally. Check the standards outlined in the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission's website for more details about the space between slats, height of posts, etc. I provide the link in the attached document. When it comes time to dress the crib, you're probably wanting to fill it with all the flounces, stuffed animals, and prettiness we associate with babies. Here's an instance of where style and safety come into conflict with one another. A crib, like the one pictured here, piled high with blankets, pillows, and toys, presents a major suffocation hazard. SIDS, or sudden infant death syndrome, is a real worry, especially in the first few months. A crib filled with extraneous material like this one can pose real dangers for a baby who is unable to fully control his motions. A bumper can present a suffocation hazard in the early months and then later become an aid in helping a bigger baby climb out of and potentially fall from the crib. A bed skirt can collect dust under the crib, and the baby might develop an allergy to the resulting dust mites that gather. Babies don't need pillows, and blankets only get kicked off in their sleep, and they all pose potential suffocation risks. Instead, keep the crib sparse. Swaddle an infant for your security and warmth, and put a bigger baby in a sleep sack, which will keep her much warmer than a blanket that she's bound to lose in her sleep. Use a sheet that is fitted perfectly for the mattress, which is also perfectly fitted for the crib so that little hands don't get trapped between the mattress and crib. Put a waterproof layer beneath the sheet to protect the mattress from an overfull diaper or spit up. A teething rail is also a nice option that manufacturers now provide to keep the baby from chewing the paint off the crib. Don't put anything else in the crib or even out of the crib within a baby's reach, 3 feet or so. Babies have been known to choke themselves on cords from baby monitors. Once you have the right crib and the right bedding, where should we put the crib? Again, safety is key here. In the floor plan on the slide, the door is at the bottom right-hand corner. The other door is to the closet. I indicated a 1 on the best positioning for this particular room. From here, the baby can see who is entering the room, but is at a distance from the windows. 2 is less ideal, since the baby's sight line to the door is not as direct as for 1. 3 is a big no-no, since the window poses many hazards for babies. Babies can choke or suffocate on cords from shades or drapery. When they're bigger, they can potentially climb out of the crib and fall out of a window. Even for older folks, feng shui experts consider placing a bed next to a window as bad positioning, since our qi flows too strongly to the outside. So place the crib in 1 if possible, 2 if 1 is not possible, and never 3. Near the crib, you'll want to have a changing station. You can buy a changing table that comes with a matching dresser, but that's not absolutely necessary. The changing pad does the job adequately until the baby becomes too active and squirmy to stay put. At that point, I found that a travel changing pad on the floor was the best option. While my son was little, I cleared off a bathroom counter and put the changing pad on it. My son would entertain himself by looking at himself in the mirror. Here he's winking at his own reflection. Make sure to have all the necessary accessories nearby, such as extra diapers, diaper cream, wipes, and a small toys to distract the baby. I had a sink right next to the pad, so I would just wash my hands after changing him and placing him safely on the floor. If you don't have a sink nearby, make sure to also have a hand sanitizer. I used a disposal bin for pee-pee diapers and had plastic bags on hand for the messier, stinkier diapers, which I took immediately to the outgoing trash. It's also a good idea to have extra changing pad covers and extra clothes for the baby on hand, since you never know when a baby will spontaneously start a fountain at the changing table. In addition to the changing station in the baby's room, I recommend that you have mini stations in other parts of the house where the baby spends a lot of time. Spare yourself the extra energy of running back and forth just to change the baby. Have a portable changing pad or even a towel, and a basket containing diaper cream, wipes, and extra diapers at every major baby hub for efficiency. Here are the takeaways from Module 1, Part 1. When thinking about how to set up a baby's room, think safety first, style last. Make sure that the baby's crib complies with safety guidelines and is situated in the right place. Put necessities like changing pads and accessories in the right place for greater ease. Thank you for watching. See you in Module 1, Part 2, Decorating the Baby's Room.